Peacekeepers. That's it. I never really liked Peacekeepers or a lot of the worlds in Peacekeepers. They feel very samey. Although you could say that about a lot of the levels in Spyro 1, is that a lot of the worlds in the home worlds, they all kind of have the same general design.
Welcome to Peacekeepers, Spyro.
They really try to steer away from that in the next two Spyro games, because I think it's a lot more effective to have a lot of levels that feel consistently different rather than having a lot of levels that kind of fit into the same category. Because as you play through a lot of these levels, they all kind of blend together until you're kind of like, okay, this feels like I've played through this level for the 5th time now. Oops. Keep dropping frames every now and then. I don't know why that is. It's interesting that, like, they give you these tutorial type hints throughout the game, but even then you really don't need it. Like as you play through it, you kind of learn very quickly how everything works. Like, you might not catch on immediately that Sparks is like the health meter. You have 4 hits, right? 4 hits until you die, which is interesting that you get 4 hits. Because I think most games usually do 3. Like Mario is 3 hits. I have 2 favorite homeworlds in this game, and that is the next one, which is like all magical, wizardy stuff, a lot of wizard themed levels, and then I think the 5th homeworld, which is a little bit more fantasy. I think there's levels where like you actually fight like knights with like full sets of armor. Those are really cool, and they're like enchanted. And I think you have to have like a special flame power to destroy them. It's actually really cool. I really like those levels, because there's a lot. I think there's a lot more puzzly aspects to them. Oh shit! I fucked up. No, I'm dead again. See, if the controls were a little bit smoother, I don't think, like if they were like they were in Spyro 2 and 3, I definitely wouldn't have died there. Alright, Dry Canyon. But this is where the levels start to get big. I like how they have like these huge musket type guns. Like all the enemies so far look very similar, but just with different like outfits and color schemes, and it doesn't really come off as lazy. I think it's like really cool that they
Thank you for releasing me.
You have a very specific enemy that you're fighting. You're fighting Norks, you know? Just like in the 3rd game, you're fighting Rhinox. In the 2nd game, I think the enemies are technically called Riptox, but they aren't, I forgot that these did that. They aren't titled Riptox until I think one of the Game Boy Advanced games, or possibly even Spyro 4 Enter the Dragonfly. I don't think the name Riptox is actually mentioned in Spyro 2. And I always felt like that was a weak point in Spyro 2, is that there's no official name in that game for all the enemies. Like in Spyro 1, you're fighting Norks. There are other enemies in the game, like the Egg Thieves, I don't believe are Norks. And didn't I just get shot and take damage? But Sparks stayed gold? Did I like read that wrong, or maybe I'm just confused? Pretty sure I got shot there and I didn't take damage. I always like to backtrack and just kind of do like a 360 in a lot of areas in Spyro. Like, cause you can too easily like go through a door and like they'll put a gem in the corner of the room that you can't see unless you turn around first. Spyro 1 is really good at grouping enemies together in a way that makes it hard for you to not get hit by at least one of them. And there's one level especially where that's like it's impossible not to take a hit in certain areas. Which I don't know if I could say that's poor level design necessarily, but it is a little bit bullshit.
Ever since you're a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known?
I forget.
You've known that he's a special, awesome dragon that's gonna save your asses a billion times over. Actually, it doesn't save the dragons in Spyro 2. He only saves Avalar. In Spyro 1, he saves the dragons, and in Spyro 2, he saves, well, the baby dragons. I think one of the coolest things about Spyro 1 is that there's certain jumps like this one that seem impossible, and you don't really, oh shit.
When you try your best but you don't succeed.
And you don't really know that they're possible until you actually try to make them, and then you just barely make them. Which is why, going back to the point I was making earlier, I don't think it's necessary to have the hover ability in Spyro 1. Because these levels weren't made with that ability in mind. It wouldn't ruin it necessarily, but for me personally, I think it wouldn't add anything to the game, and instead would do more to take away from the experience. You guys were sleeping on the job. Not that it matters. You might as well be asleep anyway, because you're not doing any damage to me. To be fair, the controls for Spyro do feel really good in Spyro 1. It's just not quite as good as they do in Spyro 2 and 3. To be fair, like, they still feel really good. Shit. See right there, like, that jump would be possible if I had the hover. So they'd have to redesign this part of the level, move something up, because I don't believe you're meant to be able to make that jump. I could keep trying a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's impossible. Or at least it's meant to be impossible. Ooh, it's not. It's totally possible. It's a little bit difficult, and it would be a lot easier with the hover ability. Oh no, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. That's it. Headphones falling out. Boo doo 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 shoo booby doo scoobity doo doo doos. Cliff Town. This is the one that's like a big open area and you fly like all the way across the map. Like, and that like that's a really cool thing for this game, especially considering how old this game is. Oh, and another thing about this game that really frustrated players is that there's gems located on the other side of this building, and you would never think to look back there. I just died, which kind of sucked. Like, you would never think to look back there. Like, it feels like a place that you're not supposed to go, and I think that's like, it's almost cool in a way. Like, you almost want to say, like, the game is bad for doing that, because it doesn't feel right, but I kind of like it. Because it really pushes you to, like, think outside the box, you know? I like that about Spyro 1. And, like, even, like, how I was flaming these cooking pots and then a gem comes out. Like, just little stuff like that to, like, add, like, little different things in levels that kind of just have little tiny mechanics in each level that are different from other levels. It's really cool that, like, it's just something that sets apart different levels that you wouldn't find in another level. You know, it's cool, and it's nice to know that, like, even though this game had a very small development team, they took that extra time to add in those little details that just make the world that much cooler. I really like how they have some of these characters, like the way they interact with each other. And like how in the last level there were the two Norks that were sleeping right at the end. Like that's another little thing that they didn't have to add, but they did. And you probably wouldn't even notice it the first time you play the game, unless you were really paying attention. But it's just those little things that like bring the character, that they make the characters feel realistic. And you really immerse yourself in the world.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
It's pretty straightforward. Why don't you glide there and find out for yourself? Don't make me answer your questions. You need to do it yourself, 'cause I don't care to tell you. Sniff.
You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind there.
Oh, you could get to almost anywhere from here. If I was you, I'd use that whirlwind down there, if you know what I mean, eh? You know what I mean? You use that whirlwind down there, you know? It's a shortcut, eh? You know what I'm talking about? Ah, forget about it. I'm walking here. Over here is where the gems are hidden. $25 gems too, and that one purple gem is 25. Like, you wouldn't even think that, like, oh yeah, behind that building maybe there's a couple gems, but certainly not 25 and more than that. I didn't phrase that right, but you know what I meant. You got my intention. You caught my drift. You're picking up what I'm putting out. Alright, I don't think I can be bothered to go up to the whirly-doo, so we're just doing this. Just gonna do this. Alright, what's the next world? I believe it's this one down here, right? Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Ice cavern. Ooh. That sounds cool. Ice cavern. This is awesome, because it's different from the other levels. I like this level. I like that it's set apart from the other worlds. I think that's why I like Town Square in Dark Hollow. Like, you get a lot of different variety of worlds in the Artisan Lands. That's why I don't necessarily like Stone Hill that much. This is definitely my favorite level from the Peacekeepers worlds. The design for this world is really good too. Like, I didn't like how Cliff Town's just a bit too open, I think. Like, this world has open aspects to it, but there's also the indoor parts, and that I really like that. There were a couple indoor parts to, what was it? Not Clifftown, but the one before that I can't remember the name. There was no, there's not a dragon up there. It's a locked chest that I still need to get the key for. So wait, is it just the one guy? Okay, so maybe it's that, I don't know. One of those enemies is in the trailer. And then Spyro does like one of these side roll things. I always wondered why they got rid of that side roll move in the later games. You don't really, at least I never use it that much in Spyro 1. Maybe they just thought it was kind of obsolete, but it seems like they're keeping it in, which is cool.
Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. Oh, I wonder how you get up there. Oh, you probably have to glide down from there. Okay, so I'll have to go back. Oh, shit. Oh shit, no, I fucked up. Alright, let's try to not fall off again here, because that would suck. Oh, I see what I gotta do here. I gotta hop on this and make my way around. And then, oh, it's like a little secret area. Or no, does that just lead back around to that door that I saw over there at the end of the level? They really didn't put a lot, or they didn't put as much effort into the models for the enemy characters as they did with Spyro and some of the dragons. And they really do a lot better job of that in the later games. Oh, hey, look. Oh, so this is where the... of course.
Thank you for releasing me.
Ah, it's the old guy.
Thank you for releasing me. Much appreciated. Do come again, Spyro. I'll thank you more often.
Alright. Gotta figure out how I'm meant to get up there. No, that's nothing. That's a red herring right there. Wonder why a red herring is called a red herring. Probably something to do with the fish, right? Like, obviously, it got its name from the fish, but why? Yeah, buddy! Shh, okay. I was like, no, I just lost one of the lives that I just got. But I didn't. We're cool. Oh, here's Dr. Shemp. Dr. Shemp. Oh, shit. These guys. I like these enemies. Because you get that two different enemies interacting with each other. Oh. That was weird. Is it just me, or did, like, the game music just get a lot louder? Oh, that was interesting. You don't really... What? Come on. Insult to injury. You know, it's one thing to attack me, but actually knocking me off the map. That's, like, damn, son. You're really doing me in here. Okay. I don't know why I said that. Oh, okay. Like I figured something out, and I didn't. There's nothing to figure out. It's all very straightforward, Adam. You're not a genius. I think this is actually one of the better bosses in Spyro 1. Oh. You know, I actually remember this boss being a lot harder than he is now. Shit. I take it back. He's pretty friggin' hard now. I'm gonna die. There we go. Did I pick up a key yet? Yeah, I did. We're good. We're safe. We're alright. In the bag. That's it? That's the whole... Damn it. That's the whole level right there? All in one? Oh, shit. I almost died. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Oh, shit. Shit. You know what? I can just exit level. I don't... Why do I feel the need to, like, go to the... It's not necessary. Always gotta finish with the shitty speedway. Let me in, you mother ducker. This one's a little bit more straightforward. Obviously, you're supposed to do the rings first, then the chests. Look, and there's even arrows to keep you on track. That's nice of them. It's like they realized their mistake with the first speedway. Although, you don't necessarily figure out that you're supposed to unlock that speedway there the way I did by stepping on the stone. You You're not actually directly told that information until much later in the game. So maybe it's harder on purpose? Maybe? Can't say for sure. Don't quote me on that. Ooh, buddy. Shit! No! I only had 2 more left! No! Okay, really gotta step up my game here. You know, I could double up when I'm flying through the arcs and try to flame some of the lighthouses. Although that might actually it might not do as well as I think it might. I don't know. I'm just gonna do the same thing and hope that I have a better outcome this time. Or that flapping my wings is actually helping me fly faster, even though it's realistically probably not doing anything. I am I have tightened up my flight path here, so that might help some. Oh, okay. So I think I did it the wrong way last time, but even then, I was running out of time. But I made it! No, I don't want to try again. Fuck that. No, stop it! I want to go home! So that should be all the worlds in Peacekeepers. I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. This is Gosnold the Balloonist. Hop aboard the Magic Crafter's world. Wait, hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you are ready. I'd like to go to the Magic Crafter's world if you don't mind, Mr. Balloonist. Mr. Gosnold, I forget your name already. So this next world is actually one of my favorites. It's definitely between this one and the 5th home world. I don't remember the specific name, but this is a good one. So this is just a little preview, little taste for what's to be had in the next stream, if you know what I'm saying. Because I'm done with this one. We're done for today. I'm not playing anymore because I'm kind of really hungry and tired at the same time, and yeah, I don't think I can play any more Spyro tonight. Alright, I played a lot of Spyro, but I'm happy that I got this far into the game. I'm really happy that I made it this far, because this is where things start to get good, and I really like this part of the game. So make sure somebody joins the stream next time, damn it, because nobody, at least looking at the chat, it seems like nobody watches my friggin' streams, alright? Just one person is all I ask for. Someone that I can just go, oh, hey, you're watching, you know, oh, you like Spyro? Oh, I like Spyro. Even my Dark Souls stream, nobody watches. And that's a more relevant game. Even, I'd say, actually, well, they're both kind of relevant, because Dark Souls is getting a remaster, either already or soon. I can't remember. The first one, anyway, is getting a remaster. Anywho, that's going to be the end of the stream today. I've rambled on quite a bit, and I've had a lot of fun playing Spyro tonight, and I look forward to playing these levels, especially in my next stream. Be there or be square. Spyro is awesome. Can't wait to play the Reignited Trilogy, coming out on the PS4 September something or other. Can't remember what the date exactly is, but it's September of this year. It's happening. Spyro. Bye. End of stream. Now. This video is over.